Well, hello and welcome to Truth to Power with Chanel. So glad to be with y'all on this evening. I'm so glad to be able to come with you and we sit down and talk and strategize because I'm realizing there is a bigger agenda here and that we need to dig into some things because we want to make sure that where we are today never happens again and that we have the weapons to fight off when we find ourselves in this area like we are with the government that we have, with the climate that we have, and the temperature that we have. So if you guys are ready to dig in, let's do so. But before I do, I need you to do me one big favor. I need you to like, subscribe, follow, and share. Make sure that you can help me get this word out because we're about to take it to the next dimension, and I need you to get as many people here as possible so that we can do this together. Number one, don't just believe something that someone says. Take 5 minutes to do research. Baby, it only takes 5 minutes. The internet will give you everything that you need to know. Don't just listen to what this man says. Look it up. That's for anybody. The problem that we had is we had a lot of people that were, listening to what he said and did not go and check to see if it was true. Growing up in the Christian church, we went through a span where a lot of people's eyes began to come open and realize that we weren't being taught accurately. I do not fault our forefathers. They came from slaveries. They were taught by slaves and that could not read, did not have an understanding of all of this stuff. And then a lot of people built their life around a doctrine that was not taught correctly, right? So a lot of us that came into, was like, wait a minute, that ain't what that mean. And that's not what that the Bible meant. Now we are in a place where everybody's fighting because they're beginning to come open, and eyes have come open and realize this ain't true. We built our life around a bunch of stuff that wasn't true. Same thing in this government. There's a lot of people that built their lives and banked their lives on stuff that they did not research for themselves. The Bible says, study to show thyself approved. Go and search this stuff for yourself. It only takes 5 minutes. Don't believe what comes out of this man's mouth. Go and do the research for yourself so that you don't ever get caught in this situation that understanding what tariffs was and that it was going to tear up our economy the way that it has. And now people are suffering because they didn't take 5 minutes to do the studying. All right, number two, this is for the Democrats, for the leadership. We have to look at new leaders. We need fresh eyes, and we need especially people that know the law. I need more lawyers that know the law, because this man, what we realize now is that he used every loophole that could be used. A lot of us, a lot of the older ones are still tongue in cheek. This man did not come in for tongue in cheek. He went in through loopholes. And because of that is how he has been able to get away with some of the things that he's done. Even though they've been illegal, he used a loophole. So this should be an education to say, we need to close those loopholes. This should be an hour of a case study that everybody go back and look at what this man has done and realize that we need new strategy and that this can never happen again. Yes, we know that there are some things that are going to change anyway. But what I will say is this. As leaders, we have to realize that things have to change. And we have to understand, yes, as times change, methods change. Okay? No, it don't mean that we're out doing dirty and doing criminal things like he's doing. But we do have to realize that we need to use some different tactics. And that's going to be up to y'all to figure out that. But it's time for a new kind of leader. I was listening to a young man today talking about, he realized that there needs to be some fresh eyes. A lot of people aren't going to like it, but we need some new people. We need some new voices. And they need to be, that money does need to go into those areas. If we've got some people that actually have some fight, but they know the law and understand the Constitution, those Democrats, make sure that these people know the Constitution. I don't care how good they sound. Make sure they know the law and the Constitution. We need law and Constitution. Okay? It's important. Number three, Democrats, I'm going to say this. I need y'all to do something that's going to really sound crazy, but I need you to study white supremacy. Let me say this. This is going to be, I know this is going to be controversial. You got to think, I wanted to run for a government office, right? And so I was dealing with a young lady, and we were talking about, she said, one day I want to be a senator. And I told her, I said, here's what you got to remember. You're not just governing white people. She was Caucasian. But you're governing all people. All of them. And you have to think about all of them, right? And there are some complaints. There are a few. Very few. Things that I heard them say that I had questions about. Because I wanted to know, why do you feel that way? Not all of it is privilege. Suffering is suffering. We can't ignore people that say they're suffering. So why do you feel you're suffering? What do you feel needs to change? See, a lot of the problem, I draw people. There are people that are so hateful to other people that are nice to me. You want to know why? Because I listen to people. You have to listen to keywords. They're giving you keywords and some key things of why they feel the way they feel. Some of it is privilege, but there's some things that are really serious issues that you need to look at. So you just can't look at, just this group and this group. Yes, black people are suffering. Black people go through stuff. Hispanic people are going through stuff. But listen, we can't block out their voice too. We have to listen to everybody because you're governing even them. So you need to listen to what they're saying, then speak to them. Speak past the hate. Now, ain't nobody say you got to target them. But what you do need to say is, and some people feel like they're suffering in this area. What can we do to change that? That's things y'all need to put on the table. Those are tough conversations, but they have to be had because everybody has a voice, even if you don't agree with it. Case study. It's time to do some studying and rewriting some things because we need different eyes to be able to look at it and say, you know what? I see why that's happening. We do need to work on that too, which is partially why DEI was put in place, but I digress. Lastly, all I want to say is that we need to really, all of us as a country, look at how we got here. We can't keep falling out and all this stuff. Yes, we need to figure out how we're going to get out of it, but we got to still look forward because we need to figure out how to make sure this don't happen again. Because the level of stuff that we've seen over 100 days is a total educational course. And Harvard, y'all need to put this in y'all as a whole course. This man has really been an educational piece to fight a dictator. The one thing that we do have and we have to keep using is the courts. Now, yes, this man is partially defying some of it. Oh, but I heard a name. Jack Smith. We have to see how this plays out. Because Jack Smith said, I may not catch you on the front end, but I may get you on the back end. And it looks like he may have. So we've got a lot of options here. Here's the last thing, and I'm done. If y'all remember last week, I said that we needed to put pressure on the people that had the money. Because then they'll go pressure him. Well, it's happened. Okay? They said Walmart and a couple other companies went in there and was like, look, dude, you are jacking up everything, okay? You're not just jacking up things for you jacking up stuff for us, and we help get your behind in here, right? And so, hear me. When I say pull your money from these companies, they are part of the issue. Because you got to remember the interest groups, right? They the money. But if we start messing with their money, they'll be like Elon and go have a seat. As my old pastor used to say, be seated, please. They will go have a seat and they'll get out of the way. So remember this. Don't just keep going after Target, Charles Schwab. We need to get all of them. Pull your money. That's going to hurt. Yes, it ain't going to feel good. But see, this is war. And we have to fight strategically. And right now, it's the money that they're after. So it's the money that we need to attack. Okay? And so remember that. Y'all keep going after these companies. I know everybody's like, well, why are you buying from China? Because we need to drain the swamp. We will actually drain the swamp by going after those that are coming after our money. If you got money and you coming after our money, we got you. We're going to remove our business. And if we have to buy from China and DH Gate and all them others to make sure that y'all feel that pinch, then let the chips fall where they may. Okay, you guys have a great Thursday, and I'll talk to you later.